Witness the colossal boxing showdown nobody expected, live on Netflix. International superstar Jake Paul, the sport's most watched fighter, takes on Britain's two-time unified heavyweight world champion and Olympic gold medalist, Anthony A.J. Joshua, in the most dangerous and defining matchup of their careers. This is Judgment Day. Watch Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, Friday, December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on Netflix.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
In Walmart's Nouville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego Flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Nouville, East, West, South, and North, could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart, who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
American soccer fans, welcome to episode 167 of the USA Soccercast. We're bringing you everything about the U.S. national teams, the players, the leagues, and everything else that impacts the game of soccer in these United States. I'm Donald Wine. It is Thursday, December 18th, 2025. We are getting closer to Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. I believe it's the fourth night of Hanukkah as we record. And we finally have some information about the World Cup ticketing process for U.S. soccer, for the U.S. soccer allocated tickets for the World Cup, for those U.S. games. We finally have some information, and I want to go through it all on this episode because some of you out there are probably asking the same question. How do I get tickets? How do I become eligible? How are they available? We have some information. Now, we don't have all the information. You're going to hear this, what we have so far, and you're probably going to have some questions. I'm going to try to answer some of those questions that I can, but others we're going to have to wait for when U.S. Soccer decides to put out the answers to those questions, or at least provide more clarity and context to some of these vaguer portions of these guidelines. So we also have an announcement after the break. We'll save that for after break. Let's first start with the U.S. Soccer Insiders 2026 World Cup ticket draw. Now, there are some FAQs and some bullet point information I'm going to go through, and I'm going to read all of this because we are getting this in real time, and then I will go through the actual format of the ticket draw that they released this morning. First of all, tickets will be available for all U.S. men's national team matches. In early January, eligible insiders will receive FIFA PMA, that is participating member associations. Insiders will receive FIFA PMA access codes along with the pricing for these tickets. In the FIFA application, which is separate, there's a separate FIFA application window going on right now for the next month. you will be able to select which matches and ticket categories you would like to enter the draw for. That is going to be the same on U.S. soccer side as well, but just for the U.S. men's national team matches. In this insider's draw, winners will have the ability to purchase 2 tickets for the designated match. Winners will not be able to select exact seat locations. And I will remind you that FIFA allows you to have a maximum of 4 tickets per match in any application. FIFA allows you to apply for 4. U.S. Soccer's ticket draw is going to allow you only to purchase 2 tickets per match. FIFA allocates all tickets to participating federations and selects the exact locations in each ticket category. Ticket categories and pricing will be finalized and communicated prior to the start of the January application window. Now, one thing that is important, this is not a first come, first serve process. There will be an entry window, and all applications submitted through that window will be considered equally. U.S. Soccer insiders can also apply for tickets via the FIFA ticket process at any time during this window using the link and code provided by FIFA. Your PMA access code for the U.S. Soccer draw and application remain the same even if you upgrade your tier after submitting your application, as long as it is on or before January 13th. If you upgrade, your application will automatically reflect your correct tier for the draw. So everything that locks on January 13th. I'll explain all the different tiers that they have for insiders if you were not familiar with them a little bit later. When completing the ticket application, you must use the email associated with your insider's account. Using a different email will forfeit your eligibility in the ticket draw. Tickets are limited, so they recommend entering as many ticket opportunities as you can to improve your chances. Your insider's tier on January 13th is the tier that will be recognized for the insider's ticket draw. They have a link to their website. If you believe your membership start date or tier is incorrect, you can submit an inquiry and they will ensure everything is accurate before the application window closes. Now, as I mentioned, there are only 2. The limit is 2 tickets per match. One question that I've seen out there, and a lot of people have kind of had this assumption, is that for U.S. soccer-controlled games, right, the friendlies, some World Cup qualifiers, Nations League home games, that sort of thing, U.S. Soccer has obviously given tickets to their supporters groups, the American Outlaws, Samurai SC, and Barra 76. And we mentioned that they even have a deal where they've kind of capped prices for those U.S. soccer-controlled games. This is not one of those times. The FIFA World Cup is not a U.S. soccer-controlled event, even though it is being hosted on American soil. So, traditionally, for the World Cup, any World Cup, men's or women's, the supporters groups, again, American Outlaws, Samurai SC, Bar 76, they have traditionally not had their own lotteries. They have been absorbed in some way into the main U.S. soccer lottery. And each time it has been in a different way. So if you were a member of any of those supporters groups, you should not expect them to have their own lottery. If anything, they will get some instructions as to how they may fit into this particular insider's ticket draw, if at all, and they will obviously communicate that to you at a later time once they get that information. As many of you know out there, I used to be on the national board of the American Outlaws. I am no longer on the national board. I retired a little over almost 2 years ago. So I don't have any additional information other than waiting to see what AO is going to do, at least on my end. But if you're a member of one of those supporters groups, do not expect to have some separate draw for the American Outlaws or for the Samurais or for Barra. They are going to probably be absorbed in some way, shape, or form into this draw that we're talking about right now. U.S. Soccer also mentions that winners will be notified via email in February. Now, there has been an announcement by FIFA in the last couple of days that they are offering 1,000 tickets per game to all of these federations at $60 a ticket per game. And there has not been information about the pricing of these certain tickets, but again, U.S. Soccer is going to communicate what their pricing is going to be. It is going to be different from that of an England or an Argentina or any other team that is in the World Cup. Everyone has their different processes. U.S. Soccer is going to have one completely separate from everyone else. So don't take what you are seeing from the internet from other countries to indicate that's what the U.S. Soccer ticketing is going to be. We are the hosts. We also have a different federation. Those are going to be different pricing. And so what is to come of these $60 tickets? I don't know. Between us, I don't expect to see many or any $60 tickets available in this draw. They should be available, but the $60 tickets were supposed to be available the entire time, and they have not been, save for the first maybe hour of that very first ticket window back in October. So I'm not expecting them. I'm expecting the ticket prices to be high. I'm hoping that it will be a fixed price, and I'm hoping that it will be at a price that would reflect the affordability that they have been preaching. And again, we'll see what happens when the pricing is announced in January. Now, to the actual format of this draw. U.S. Soccer will conduct 2 weighted ticket draws exclusively for insiders. There's going to be one for standard insiders and one for premium through keepers tiers. And as they say, it's designed to recognize and reward fans, quote, whose commitment enables U.S. Soccer to remain in service to the game, end quote. Now, again, in January, early January, all insiders that are eligible will receive their access codes to apply for tickets. Applications will remain open until January 13th, at which case all the tiers will be locked for the draw. Now, before I get into the format of these 2 draws, let me talk about the tiers for those people who do not know. There are several tiers that you can have as a member of U.S. Soccer Insiders. We start with the standard insider, which is free. That is the one that you just basically give them your email address and your name, and you are a standard insider. They have a path to get tickets to this World Cup. After that are the paid tiers, starting with premium, which is $45 a year, premium family, which is $85 a year, VIP insider, which is $185 a year, and then you get into your various circles. Supporter circle at $500 a year, captain circle at $1,000 a year, and keeper circle at $2,500 a year. Coach's circle is the top one. They're at $5,000 a year. They apparently are not a part of this particular draw. What that means, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but they are saying that the premium tier versus the keeper insider draw is going to reflect all tiers, all paid tiers, except for that very top coach's circle. Now, let's get to the format. As I mentioned, there are going to be 2 weighted ticket draws. The first one is for standard insiders only. 10% of the insiders ticketing allocation will be earmarked for this draw. Each standard insider, again, this is the free tier. Each standard insider gets 1 entry per person. You may receive additional entries based on membership tenure. If you have been a standard insider for 2 to 5 years, so if you join between 2021 and 2023, you will get an additional entry. If you have been a member since 2020 or earlier, you get an additional 2 entries. So those are your bumps if you have been in the program for at least 2 years. 2 to 5 years, 2021 to 2023, you get an additional entry with your application. And if you've been a member longer than that, you get 2 entries additionally. That is the standard insider draw. Again, of the whole U.S. Soccer Insiders allocation, 10% of those tickets will be earmarked for the standard insider draw. Now you get to the second draw, which is for the paid tiers. Again, premium, premium family, VIP, supporter circle, captain circle, keeper circle. Entries are determined by your insider tier. 90% of the allocation are going to be earmarked for the insider, the premium to keeper insider draw, the paid tier draw. If you are a premium insider member, you get 1 entry. If you're a premium family member, you get 2 entries. VIP insiders get 3 entries. Supporter Circle gets 4. Captain Circle gets 5. And your Keeper Circle members get 6 entries into this draw. Again, just like the standard insider draw, you get an additional entry based on membership tenure. If you signed up as a paid tenure or paid member between 2021 and 2023, you get an additional entry. And if you've been a member since 2020 or earlier, you get 2. So again, for me, example, I am VIP. I get 3 entries, but because I've been a member since 2010, since the start of this, I get an additional 2 entries into that for a grand total of 5. So my application essentially is being treated with the weight of the Captain Circle, which also has 5. Now, again, there are several questions with this, and I'm sure people are going to have some issues with some of this, but this is how U.S. Soccer is choosing to do this particular round. And this is going to be the only opportunity for you to get tickets in the U.S. Soccer allocation. We're not having several like FIFA. There's just one. And so people like me, again, I've been a member of every U.S. Soccer membership program since they created it back in December 2010. I get just 2 entries for that. If you signed up in 2020, you get 2 entries as well, 2 additional entries. And some people will also decide whether or not they want to upgrade their membership. And of course, U.S. Soccer is happy to provide that. Again, your membership tier on January 13th is what you'll be treated as in this draw. So if you are a standard member and you want to upgrade to a paid tier, you can do that before January 13th and then get into that particular draw. So that is how it's working. And again, as more information comes, I'll bring it to you. There's a lot of questions surrounding this. I don't have all those answers. I'm sure once the pricing comes out, there will be more questions about how this is going to work. There's also this one caveat as I close this out. As I mentioned, FIFA has its window that's open right now. U.S. Soccer is going to have their window that's open right now. In U.S. Soccer, you can apply for just 2 tickets for every group stage game. On the FIFA side, you can apply for a maximum of 4 per game. But if you have an application for the opener, for example, against Paraguay, in FIFA and U.S. Soccer, and one of those applications gets picked, the other one gets eliminated. So you cannot win tickets through U.S. Soccer in this lottery and also get tickets for the same match via the FIFA lottery. So you're going to have to pick and choose how you want to do it. My suggestion has been, until we got this information, that for the U.S. games, you should apply through U.S. Soccer because you have the best chance. And then through FIFA, apply for any other games that don't involve the United States that you might want to go to, just so that you can have multiple applications going and have it where one's not going to cancel the other out. They also mentioned before that it was 1 application per household. So if you are a family and you and your partner both have insiders memberships, you got to pick which one you want to use to apply for your U.S. Soccer. I don't know if that is the case again because it said 1 application per account, which I think would theoretically benefit a household that has a couple that has multiple insiders memberships. But again, those questions have not had concrete answers. And so once again the pricing comes out, hopefully that will come with more instructions and we will be able to bring that information to you at that time. But that is what is at right now. You're not late. No application window has opened. Just the information has been distributed on how it's going to work, and we can debate the questions online with your friends, obviously with your family, whoever you're trying to go to this World Cup with. This is the information that we have right now. It's also available on U.S. Soccer's website. At this point, if you log on and sign up for insiders, again, signing up for a free membership at least gets you into that standard insider draw. If you want to consider a paid one, you can do that as well, given the allocations for the particular draws. But if you are a premium member, if you are a paid member, you will not get an entry into the standard insider draw and vice versa. That's how that's working this time, as opposed to previous World Cups where they've kind of had a tiered system where you got multiple cracks at the multiple bites at the apple, so to speak. That's not happening this time around. There's just 2 draws. Either you're paid or you're not. And if you're one or the other, you get into that particular draw, and your chances either go up or down from there. So again, that's U.S. Soccer's ticket lottery instructions for the 2026 World Cup. We're going to take a quick break here, but on the other side, a special announcement to help you get ready to look good in 2026. We'll talk about it after this.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
Finish your fantasy lineup?
No, but I'm joining this paid group chat with insider info.
Dude, seriously? Forward it to me. Security alert from McAfee. That group's as legit as that knockoff jersey you're wearing.
McAfee's scam detector is available in all McAfee plans for as little as $39.99 for your first year. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, a holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
Brooks Running reminds us that we're all powered by something. Whether it's the me-time energy of a run after a day at the office, the electrifying energy of your first marathon, or the infectious energy of a group run with your friends. No matter what energy powers you, Brooks has gear specifically designed to unleash it. So lace up and let it out. Let's run there. Visit brooksrunning.com today to learn more.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is on now with awesome deals on their most popular models, including adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid. There's also the stylish Elantra, packed with the latest tech, or go electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Hey everyone, are you looking for the latest gear for your U.S. national teams, Major League Soccer, the NWSL, or any other team in the world of soccer? The USA Soccercast has affiliate partnerships that are ready to help you out. Head to linktree.com/USA Soccercast, where we have links to Homage, Fanatics, the MLS Store, and Breaking Team. You can get the jersey, shirt, hat, or accessory you're looking for to support your team, while also saving some money and helping this show in the process. Again, linktree.com/USA Soccercast. Click on the links and get your gear. And we thank you as always for your support of the show. We're back, and really quickly, after all that ticket information, I wanted to announce something that we released last week that I'm quite proud of. Y'all out there know that I am a huge fan of jerseys. I love them. I love jerseys that are designed for style. I love creating a jersey identity. And I love things that are designed to be something fans enjoy to have and wear to represent their teams. And some teams do that better than others. But years ago, with those teams, whether it be club or country, affordability became less of a priority to them. And sometimes creativity. And what I've always thought about what teams should have, especially our national teams, and what fans would like, and I've always thought about designing them with a company that can provide them at an affordable price for everyone in the family. Well, we've done it again. A couple of years ago, I partnered with my friends over at Stimulus Athletic to create a line of USA Soccercast teamwear. It's a whole line of stuff to wear, from jerseys, jackets, lightweight hoodies to polos and half zips. And recently, last week, if you have seen online, I introduced the 2026 line of team wear to take us into a pivotal year, 2026. We have the World Cup as well as Women's World Cup qualifying at the end of the year. Now, with this, there's a lot of stuff that you can get. Now, we have 4 jerseys. Yes, I didn't stop at just 1 or 2. We have 4 jerseys for you for 2026. We have a home jersey, which is based off the Waldo look. Of course, Waldo, in my mind, should be the jersey identity of the United States men's and women's national teams and our youth national teams and, frankly, everything America. And we have a nice little traditional take on it. The nice horizontal stripes with a little bit of stars added to it. You have the away jersey, which I think represents the fact that we play a lot of games at night and we want our team to shine bright like the stars in the sky. A lot of stars on that jersey, a navy blue with some horizontal stripes across the front to take you back again to that Waldo look, but also kind of make it a fresh take on an away jersey. The one that I'm extremely proud of is one of the first of its kind, if not the first of its kind. It's the Juneteenth jersey. The United States plays a World Cup game in Seattle against Australia on June 19th, which is Juneteenth here in America. And I wanted to have a Juneteenth jersey that would represent. It takes, if you've seen the Juneteenth flag, there's a Star Nova in the front, in the middle of it. I take that Star Nova from the flag and I create vertical stripes on a red and navy jersey, which I think looks incredible. And if you're someone who wants to represent on that particular day, represent the freedom of African Americans all over this country, I would highly recommend this jersey. Again, I have not seen a soccer jersey that has been designated something for Juneteenth, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the stands. And then finally, of course, June is Pride Month, and we are now having a Pride jersey, a light blue jersey with a vertical progressive stripe and name and numbers on the back. Obviously, this is something that you can wear all month in June, or you can just wear just to show your support, whether you are a part of the LGBTQ community or you want to represent as an ally. There's also a couple other things that we've done. I've done a navy lightweight hoodie with a red hood, which I think is great. It's really, really comfortable, especially for travel. There's a navy bomber jacket with a red sash that kind of takes you back to that 2006 to 2010 years where we kind of had the sash going. You have a pants to match as well with a little red slit to kind of match the sash on the jacket. And you can get all of these items, as well as the 2024 items, if you missed those, on our new Stimulus store. So you can head to stimulusathletic.com/collections/USA-soccercast. I will put that in the show notes, and I will put that on the article on Stars and Stripes FC. And of course, you can find it on our link tree as well. On this store, you can customize every jersey with your custom name and number. However, you cannot do current or former national team players because we don't have the licensing for those. That's the only caveat for those. And I will say that the Juneteenth jersey is the only one that cannot be customized. All of those will come with June 19 on the back because, of course, June 19th is Juneteenth. Orders generally take 4 to 6 weeks to arrive at your home. So if you order today, they'll likely arrive around the end of January. And, of course, quality is terrific, breathable material. They have men's, women's, and youth sizing, so everyone can get some quality merch at an affordable price in advance of the World Cup this summer. And again, even looking ahead to Women's World Cup qualifying next fall. Again, that store, and I will include it in the show notes, stimulusathletic.com/collections/USA-soccercast. Head there to check out all the merch that we have. A huge, huge thank you to Stimulus for being such great partners over the years and helping turn some really wild late night ideas that I have into something that we can all potentially wear to a World Cup on home soil. I want to send a special shout out to Emily for helping me with all of the designs and the design tweaks and just going the back and forth of getting this together and making this a reality. And my man Jason Morrow, who's the owner of Stimulus Athletic, for being just a great friend and helping me out so many times with projects and ideas. And I highly, highly, highly recommend Stimulus Athletic if that is something that you are looking to do on your end. But take a look. Everything is online. You can see it on social media. You can see it on our storefront. And I hope you can enjoy it. And, of course, considering placing an order. That would do it for episode 167 of the USA Soccercast. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can find us on Blue Sky, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us on all of those sites at USA Soccercast. Subscribe, rate, and review our shows. It helps us get in front of new people, and it's greatly appreciated. Tell your friends about us. Finally, head to linktree.com/USA Soccercast to check out our affiliate links and our stimulus store. We now have everything you need to watch the beautiful game and follow your teams, and using these links also helps support the show. We'll talk to you again soon, y'all. Peace.